There is a popular saying in our local parlance which says that se obako ko dampim na se kania dumua uhuno, which means that when a light-skinned lady is in bed and suddenly the light goes off, you are able to make her out. Perhaps this is one of many reasons people are changing the color of their skin. And the subject of bleaching remains one of the biggest challenges on the African continent. A lot of countries, including Ghana, are struggling to deal with this problem. It is not the fascination or obsession of one gender, but both.
My girlfriend is cheating on me with fair guys.
Oh God, my boyfriend likes fair ladies.
Oh Charlie, I want to tone my skin small.
Black has hidden my beauty.
These are people bonded by a common denominator. Call it inferiority complex or an unerring quest to impress. They simply want to look different. The result, faces looking light-skinned, while the rest of their bodies appear black. In the worst-case scenario, they suffer terrible burns on their cheeks due to the harmful chemicals used to strip the skin pigmentation. Local dermatologists say they are seeing more and more patients whose skin has been damaged by years of bleaching, most of the time irreparable. Astute dermatologist Professor Edmond Dele says his facility records staggering cases on a daily basis.
I can tell you without any doubt that 6 out of 10 people who come to the clinic have something to do with bleaching. They have some dark spots, they come. Of course, they try to hide it from you. They will tell you that I was just toning my skin, but they want you to remove it. Then you interview them, and you get to know that they are using bleaching creams. Then you try to encourage them to stop it, and then we try to help them to stand it. So it is not a simple thing, and it may be complex, but you go around, go into the market, and you see the number of bleaching springs there.
Hardly would you get them to explain why they bleach their skin or even join in the recent selfie craze. Their lives are laced with extreme discomfort. So why the temptation to acquire this deadly temporary glory of being light-skinned?
I think it's because of the men of these days. They prefer the fair ladies, and if a fair lady is passing, the kind of people who look at her compared to the dark-skinned. I wish I was very dark, in fact. I lightened my skin a little, and I wish I was like before.
We normally see fair women to be, well packaged. Okay, there is a lot of rebranding. They brand themselves very well, and they are very attractive.
It attracts people, especially when working out with a fair lady. You can see that a lot of people been watching you, meaning she attracts more. People to watch you.
It is a hive of activity at some markets in the national capital, Accra. A prominent feature here is the showcase of these skin whitening products. They come in different forms, sizes and prices depending on one's purchasing power.
Something like this one, the skin magnets, is for fair people. And we also have this serum here. So when you mix it, it's actually for fair people though. So if you want to be a foreigner, we mix it for you to become like that. So that is how we know. And white carrot glue to health is also a serum. We also use it to mix, which makes you become fair.
Okay. At times they'll be saying maybe we are traveling, we are going to this place, and I want to be fair by 2 days time. I want to do this, so I want to be fair by 3 days time. This is what brought them.
Okay, so you have a cream that when I use it, I can be fair within 2 days?
Yes, we have them.
Okay, so you run me through the types that you have here.
Okay, something like City Plus. Let's say by 1 week time, it will tone the skin. And now they've brought another one. It's not even pomade or lotion, but it's powder that you add it to the cream or the lotion so that it will tone it fast for you.
The skin bleaching epidemic is global. However, it is most prevalent in Africa, According to the World Health Organization, Nigeria tops the list of the percentage of women in the country using skin whitening products with 77%. Togo comes in second with 59% and Senegal third at 27%. With these types of numbers, it is clear that business is booming for the companies that make these products. In many parts of Africa, light-skinned women are considered more beautiful, more successful, and more likely to get married. The root of this belief that has perhaps eaten deep into the African continent is not clear, but some researchers have linked it to Africa's colonial history, where white skin was seen as the epitome of beauty. Professor Edmond Dele sheds more light on this.
In the colonial days, to have a fair color was very useful, because you remember these mulattoes, these white people who had relationship with our women, and they were fair colored too, and they were the people who enjoyed better education than the others. So this thing has been there.
In Ghana, some celebrities have succumbed to this phenomenon, except they choose to call it skin toning. But what really is the difference between toning and bleaching?
A diplomatic way of saying that you are bleaching is toning, because all it does is to make the skin fair. It affects the melanin. Toning, as far as I'm concerned, when they are saying it, is the same as bleaching. Nobody can convince me that there is much difference between toning and bleaching.
Though the country's Food and Drugs Authority has placed a ban on bleaching products, misgivings are being expressed about the move owing to Ghana's porous borders. For some school of thought, until there is a total mental liberation, no amount of official bans or public information campaigns will deter people from risking serious skin damages to their health in the pursuit of what society perceives as beauty.